We are live.
Okay.
Finally, all these
Finally,
technical issues we have solved it, and
Wow.
now we are in the studio with my one and only, my blood brother, TeedUp.
Yanela.
Oh, thank you, appreciate it, brother. As you can see, he's bringing his mother tongue into the studio
Wow.
because he wants to converse with a language that he feels much more comfortable with. That beautiful Semitic language that comes from East Africa, from
Wow.
the beautiful country of Eritrea.
Habesha.
Hey, you know your people. Listen, my brother. So I brought you here because I feel like again, I'm the type of guy who wants to do something different and new at all
Wow.
times.
Of
Bro,
course.
bro, you gotta also answer in English.
Yeah, gotta taste every chocolate.
Hey, you see,
Gotta say
he's
that.
bringing these,
So,
poignant, very short and precise quotes of
wow.
wisdom. So the reason I brought you here is because I feel like the people, in order to understand what's going on around their environment,
Wow.
they need a local, hands down layman of that territory. So,
Wow.
what I mean by that is you are my personal correspondent of the streets.
Yes.
Okay. And by the streets, I mean he knows about practically everything that is happening in the Helsinki scene, generally in Finland as well, whether
Wow.
it's the pop culture, the music scene, the nightlife. Not that he's a man who has not seen his fair share of the wildlife,
Wow.
but bro, I mean, like, I don't think
I'm
the
not
people
like,
know what's
yeah.
Well, anyway, uwe means
Yes, like saying yes.
it
Okay.
means yes.
Ishihani is like a more polite way to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But
But
it's
let's
like
keep
for
it
the
in the
older people, yeah.
let's keep it anglophone today, okay?
What?
Because people get oh my no, English,
Yes,
English,
yes.
English.
Okay,
Right?
I
Yes.
got you.
So listen, TeedUp,
TeedUp.
tell me what's happening. What's the local report of what's happening in the Helsinki scene right now?
Helsinki is getting more culture, I think so at this point.
Is it?
Yeah, like the more the older generation of the immigrants like catching up now to
Yeah.
this lifestyle. Yeah, because like if you see Sweden, it's already caught up with everything. That's why everything is popping there right now. But now in Finland, the same thing is happening. Like small is it's like growing small by small. Yeah,
Yeah. But is it okay? I suppose Stockholm and all these places,
yeah.
they're much more diverse
Mm.
in terms of what they can bring to the culture.
Yeah.
Like the music scene there is popping, or even the food there.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time I was there, I think that was the only place where I actually ever had authentic Ethiopian buffet.
You can
I'm
see
gonna
that
call it
every
Ethiopian.
block, yeah. Norway had the same. Even the Habesha barbers. I never saw that in Finland.
Really?
You can only see Somalians or Arab in here. And you have to go to like Puhos, Murumaki, or
The enclaves. You need
Suvela.
special visa there, though.
Yeah,
Right?
Suvela, and then you have to be accepted. You're gonna be checked at the door first.
Wait, do you get checked often though? I mean, you probably get passed though, because
Well, now lately I've seen Finnish people going to that place, to Puhos, asking for tapers and stuff. They didn't.
Wait, define tapers for me. Define tapers.
Taper is like a low fade cut from like below the ear.
Huh?
Yeah.
But is it is it a coming of age process for some young guys to get that specific haircut, or what is it?
Back in the day, they didn't do that shit. They asked for. There was a haircut called ananas. It's like
the
all the
pineapple,
side, yeah. Leave the top, but the side and the back like cut off. Then when they started seeing like black people, at some point, taper used to be trending and low fades.
Low fades, right?
Yeah, there was one guy called American. You know American.
I'm acquainted, but not
Or
personally.
Payo.
Yeah.
They used to do like tapers.
The guy
every
from
time.
Texas, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
I think he's from Texas. Yeah,
I think so as well.
so yeah, Payo and
Payo's still running, right?
Payo, yeah, he's still local.
But hey, listen, I like to represent my man Joe,
Yeah.
who is my patron, who has provided the opportunity for me to use this, this facility to bring to the world the light that I bring, per se,
What?
because he's also a barber. He runs his own barbershop, Joe, the owner of the studio.
Okay, shout out Joe.
Yeah, listen, I'm representing Joe. Listen, you can represent Payo. Ain't no disrespect to
No,
big man Payo, but still,
I've
we
been
gotta represent.
what is it, Rogue? What is it on the streets, bro? As long the money is good, I go everywhere. I go everywhere, and they have to be like the cut have to be good to stay there.
Hey, listen, I might be able to tempt you to come into the dark side, because if you go to my man Joe, I might be able to hook you up with a good price if you're a
Okay.
regular customer.
Yeah,
But you gotta make the trip.
I
It's all
got
the
to
way
be
in
a
Subela.
regular though. Yeah, I've been going to Pujos for 10 euros. There's one Habesha guy got me there for it's been like for 1 year now. Always cut like the beard part, but I haven't like been
There's Somali
in a
barbers as
bar.
well, right?
Yeah, but they put that guy in the corner though, on the
Why?
right
Why?
side.
I hope they didn't start accusing him of sending money to Al Shabaab or something.
I hope
No,
not.
hey!
No, they do some dark shit there, bro. Pause. It's a very dark place.
No,
A
no,
lot
no.
of stuff. If you're a Finnish person, you have to be careful to go to.
Wait, they
Pause
check you.
You might, yeah. They think you're some undercover brother or something.
What,
Undercover guy.
Do they? Is there a specific? Do they play? Do they pay maybe a VAT added on top of the main price, like a little tax, or
Like for
the haircuts?
For the haircuts.
Yeah.
If you got
Or
cash,
is the price?
if you got cash, you are blessed.
Ah, of course.
No
Yeah.
connects, yeah. But like at some point there actually was a guy in Lautasari, an Arabian guy. He made so much money that he got on Iltalehti for making too much like he got so much money that the police started investigating him.
Is it?
Yeah, he started buying too much expensive stuff. Then they started comparing with his like daily job and
Yeah.
prices. They were like, nah,
Nothing's not adding
off,
up,
yeah.
right?
They put that guy on the news, bro. And he said like, he said he gave them all the Tili Ote. Yeah, Nordia's what is called like the banking information.
Yeah.
How he's spending all that stuff.
Personal banking
Yeah,
information.
personally, yeah.
Damn.
Bro.
So what's happened with Pujos? Because I thought they were gonna take down the place. I mean, it broke my heart to hear that. To hear
Yeah.
that they were gonna take it down. But is it still up?
It's still up. I think
For me, it's way too
Somalian guy
far.
bought it, though.
Sorry?
Oh yeah. For like from like center.
No, because I live in another municipality.
But for
outside
you
of
got
Helsinki.
Suvela is the second pool.
Oof, man, allow Suvela, bro.
That's the other side, but it's too far for you too.
Like the only reason I go there is actually I
It's
went
actually
there
small.
last month to see my man Joe
Yeah.
after like 7 years, because Suvela, there's been some wild stories in Suvela. There was a time where some guys, I think it was some gypsies, took a horse upstairs into
What?
their kerrostalo, into their apartment. So think
They
about
do
that,
some
yeah.
crazy stuff.
How do you fit a horse in the
Into-
stairwell?
yeah,
I
yeah.
do not know,
They did
But
some, yeah.
it's wild. It's wild. No, these people are crazy.
transported, yeah.
But tell me about Pujos. What's happening there?
Pujos, bro, if they clean that place up, it got potential. And the
So it's still
hygiene
the same?
stuff is still the same, but bought by the Somalian guy, I think so. I
So
think
the
Somalian guy
entire
bought that
complex
place. Yeah, but if he start putting what is remonte like?
renovation.
Yeah, renovation is
What's
gonna
gonna
cost him more. Because now he got it for cheap, but if he started like cleaning the whole place up, it's gonna be.
So it's still decrepit. It hasn't really changed. It's
Bro,
kept
the
its
stairs
element.
doesn't work. The electric stairs. It's stuck.
Wait, the escalators.
Yeah, escalators. They
Well, people
doesn't
just
work.
walk on the
You
escalators.
gotta walk there. You see dust that been there for years. It doesn't even move. Like the spiders are a local one. Everything doesn't move. It's
Oh
like
my
the
days.
Malmi's same shit.
Hmm?
Same stuff in Malmi.
Wait, Malmi. Okay, I'm not really too familiar with Malmi.
The what is it called again? The
Escalators.
Escalators.
Yeah.
It hasn't been working for.
It's just
yeah.
run down.
We used to throw jokes like roast. Yeah, Malmi still doesn't work, bro. Why are you talking about our city and stuff?
Oh my days.
Like fix your stuff before you.
But from
talk.
what I've heard, Pujos has also maybe not. Maybe gentrification is not the right word for it, but it hasn't. It started to some pop-up restaurants have opened up.
Yeah.
Some shops.
There's
There's a supermarket, right?
Yeah, downstairs. Yeah,
Like a
I don't know if
minority-owned
it's called
supermarket?
Yalla store or like.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff going on there. A lot of clothing lines selling like
Serious?
Yeah, like I don't know what it's called, but like any hijabs and stuff you can find
Oh,
in there. Like
nice.
yeah, if you have like a Islamic background. all
For
that
real?
Stuff. Yeah. And they got like all of that. Attar, you can find that like it's like a perfume, strong as perfume, oil perfume.
Okay,
essential
yeah,
oil,
yeah.
In Integrineto is Attar, yeah. The same stuff, yeah.
That's something new.
And they have like Habesha, like East African coffee shop. That's my favorite part. Yeah,
Wait, is it the
they got.
what is it called?
Uh,
I know there's one in Vallila. Recently, someone told me. I think it was a friend's friend who told me there's one in Vallila. Habesha.
It's the Addis Ababa, but they turned it to a coffee shop now.
You mean Addis Kitchen?
Addis Kitchen, yeah.
That's
the
a restaurant,
Pasila
no?
is a restaurant now.
Yeah.
They made this valley bar and coffee / bar. Yeah.
What do the prices? Are they reasonable?
Like in Valila.
No, no, in the coffee shops in Pujols
Yeah, I think so. 1 euro,
for
150 for this, like for like
a
one
big
liter.
coffee.
Yeah, how much is this? Like liter and
I
a
think
half
it's
cup.
about
Yeah,
300 maybe
300
milliliters.
milliliters.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
For yeah,
not bad, not bad.
cheaper than Aleppo. 1 euro and you get like half
Yeah,
water,
and
hot water
I mean the
with.
Alepa's not even coffee. It's a
Yeah, it's
machine.
like some brush dusty,
Malmi
some
dust.
stuff. Yeah,
It's a Malmi dust,
mommy
son.
dust, bro. They put so much cheap and they put so much like pick this coffee latte and they taste the same.
Yeah, yeah,
Winner
yeah, yeah.
coffee or all that stuff, they taste the same.
Man, you know all of them.
I've
Choco.
been going to I've been
Yeah.
going to Aleppo, bro.
12
But
a.m. Yeah.
don't go to Pasela Aleppo, bro. It's always like empty, and they got all the machines, and all of them cost the same price, but the taste is the same.
This is what I mean, people. You see, this man, he's always on the move. Like he's a nomad, you know.
You
He's
have to
always on
be,
the move, so
yeah.
he knows the ins and outs of every little market, or the corner stores, or restaurants. That's why I wanted to bring him here. So just
Thank you,
to bring.
appreciate it. Yeah.
So if anyone wants to visit Helsinki from abroad, since some of our listeners are abroad, listen to this episode because you might get and take notes. Obviously, you might get some
Yeah,
tips.
especially students who are moving like from different countries. Yeah, they say there's not much to do in Helsinki, but there's actually a lot. Especially if you go to Kallio, there's a lot of stuff going on.
You move around there as well.
I used to like in 2022 and
Business.
2023. Yeah, Kallio. Yeah, I used to, but the dark time in Kallio is very fun. If you go like to Harju in the summertime, there's on Sundays the jazz.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
very nice.
I do not know any young person besides this guy who actually was really into jazz. I remember a few summers ago
Yeah.
when you were constantly inviting me there.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, to listen to jazz, and I mean, jazz is nicest when at least personally when you're maybe cooking a nice supper.
Yeah.
You got company coming or something, but you actually go to see live jazz music. I really appreciate
You-
that.
I'm just open up to do anything, and jazz is so chill, and especially because I listen to like Afrobeat, and it's originally like it got like jazz beats in there, like instrumentals. It's like mixed with Afro sounds with jazz. That's Afrobeats. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No, but actually, listen, if people are wondering why there was no intro music, well, we're having some technical difficulties with within the studio when it comes to the mixer, so it's going to be patched up sometime soon. But I was going to play some R&B, but that
No.
shook you a little
It
bit.
depends who,
What?
bro.
Exactly,
It
because I was going to
depends
play some R&B, and then you protested. Your reaction was, let's say, you were revolted, and you rebuked me quite intensely. So I
Yeah.
want to ask you, where did that reaction stem from?
I think it's my music taste because I left. I don't know. There's something about America, bro. They're putting so
Anything
much,
American, you don't really
because hip hop how
vibe
could I
with the
say?
American.
Not
music scene,
anymore.
or-
I used to listen to like Chief Keef all that. Chief Keef is still my favorite rapper.
Okay,
But this
yeah.
guy raps about different lifestyle stuff.
Whoa, what's
All
what's
about
the theme in? Okay, listen, as people know, I'm not really too conscious of the rap music scene. So why don't you mess with it?
As long as like after the 80s when he hit like the mainstream, all the
Rap music,
when the
bro.
money got to the rap, he got destroyed, bro. I think after 94 he got destroyed.
So when I was about to click that, I think
And I
that
wasn't
song by
even
Mary J.
born,
Blige
yeah.
or Chris Brown or something, and then you said they all been hanging with who? Who?
PhD did it. Bro, don't hang with
Why?
that guy is getting all the lawsuits that's been coming from the 90s.
Homeland Security's
getting
raided in a minute.
Bro, this guy, I don't know, he's been assaulting people left and right. I don't know what he's been doing.
I mean, did you sense it already?
No, there
before,
was
or-
something off about this guy though. Always, he was too like touchy guy. You know, every video he'd be dancing hip and there'd be something off. And the way and if you watch all these rap documentaries, like I watched the Biggie Smalls movie, and then every time the character was just off, and if you look at it, he just seemed like he wanted something of the rap of Biggie and every artist he signed, like Bad Boys Entertainment.
Oh, hold up! Isn't there isn't there a rumor I'm not sure if it's based on facts, but
that
he
he
might have been
yeah,
involved
yeah,
in one of
yeah,
the.
in Tupac and Biggie Smalls.
Oh,
And the
really?
West and East Side war was so like that's why I say I left rap because all this beef is like fake. It's for the mainstream. It's
Mm,
not even existing, and that's why drill is getting this like so much recognition.
because
Like
why the
like
beef is authentic.
and bro, I don't know. I just aggressive music is so like addictive. I think so, and the way it
What do
makes
you
you feel,
what do you think? I mean, yeah, I get it from a subjective perspective,
and
but
all these
from a
beefs.
cultural perspective,
Yeah,
what is it though? Why do you think people gravitate towards, for example, drill
drill.
music? Yeah,
I
even
think
though the
it's the
lyrics are a bit
lifestyle.
potent.
The lifestyle is so like reckless and risky and all that
True. Okay,
stuff.
people. I mean,
And
people, especially
yeah,
young
and
people,
then
are risk takers.
it's like so entertaining. Like if you're not living that lifestyle and then you watch some stuff like that, it's entertaining too. Like watching an action movie, you
Mm,
get all the adrenaline from it.
mm.
But then the kids are the like the worst part because they haven't realized reality that much. So if they watch that stuff, it might get to their head and then their brain start like thinking like it's something right to do. And especially me, I used to watch like Chicago drill back in the day, and I used
Chirac.
yeah without even like noticing, you start moving like you just become what you eat. Like music is like what you eat, to what you put in your to your
Your
brain.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah, so everything you put into your mind, you start acting like it, and then it becomes you. And then when you start talking the same stuff you be listening or seeing or watching in the YouTube or whatever, and then you start doing it, and it's like at some point you just become it.
Mm.
You just become what you're like feeding yourself. Yeah.
How long did it take for you to start noticing a pattern? You know, in your behavioral changes.
In like Chicago and stuff.
No, no, yeah, but when you were listening to music and
Bro,
it
I
started
was
impacting your personality.
just the way you move and you start talking. I just started knowing like black people in Chicago, like knowing their postcode and all that stuff. I don't
Wait, what?
even like shit like that, bro. I was like, why do I know this stuff? I used to know why this guy went to jail, or why he hit this guy, or why they got beef. Like I started like it became like history to me. Like, and I'm
It
not
is.
even
It is history. It is
yeah,
history.
I'm not even the
It's late
only
modern
one. There's a
history.
lot of people listening. There's like, and especially Chicago. That's why it like that's why UK got so big after like Chicago in drill, because the the story is like crazy about Chicago
When did the Atlantean sort of transvergence of
music and drill
Chicago drill
went to
to UK
UK.
drill sort of
I
transpire?
think 2000. Okay, drill exploded after 2010 or 11,
Yeah, yeah.
I would say. But in America, internationally, I would say around 12 or
Man, today
13.
actually
Yeah,
I read I think it is connected somewhat to this drill gang culture
yeah,
where did you hear about it in Times Square
yeah.
where some kid in New York City in Times Square, like right in Manhattan, there was like 23 youths who used
Jump.
um,
One guy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
guy. You
There's
heard
no
about it, right?
sense. Yeah, bro, it's happening everywhere.
For me, what shocks me is the temerity of these. What shocks me is when these young people take this course of action, how audacious they are. You know
Mm.
how because back in the day, you know, you would maybe if you heard that there was a drive-by shooting or some gang-on-gang violence, it happened always during the nocturnal hours. You know, but lately they can be so upfront and just brash with it. They will do it in the middle of the day in the center of a shopping mall. You
Yeah,
know, they do not care. Like
that's the thing,
it's
and
also
that's
becoming.
what's like. That's why all this music, like, if you are an artist and doesn't have beef with anyone, you're gonna be boring to the listeners because you're not beefing anyone, and
Ah.
you're rapping about something, but you're not like
Is that
living
common
that
here in
life.
this country where some rappers challenge each other or something like that?
Well, the funny thing is they do it for fun. Behind doors, they're friends, but then on internet they're insulting each other and all that stuff, dissing each
So
other,
it's a
just to get
manufactured form of beef, right?
yeah. You get like more streams. The more you are like active in the beef, the more you get like
Really?
the more streams you get.
So but is this common knowledge or is it just
It's
sort of like
actually
who?
no, it's actually you have like
So a lot of these guys are not even beefing with each other. They just know that it will prop up their career.
yeah. Well, in Finland, are we talking about Finland? In
Yeah, yeah,
Finland,
yeah.
in Helsinki, you cannot beef with anyone. You actually been hanging out with him last week or something because this people there's 80. Okay, now there's like 800,000
Yeah.
in Helsinki, but your friend, the middle friend of yours is someone's friend. You know what I mean? You cannot beef
Yeah. Mutual
anyone here.
acquaintances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes
Yeah.
you
That's true.
if you live in Eswa, it takes you 20 minutes to go to center, and
Yeah.
the other guy had got the same time,
Uh.
so you're gonna run into him. So how can you beef this guy? And in metro, you're gonna run into someone anytime, any day. So you cannot live this life here, bro.
um, who are the most, let's say, controversial individuals? I mean, I know some vaguely through the headlines in the news.
Yeah,
Um, these guys like Milan Yaf and all these guys, are they involved in this
I
subculture?
think
I think it's
Milan.
called Kurdish Mafia or
I
something, right?
think okay. I will explain
He's a journalist, so
that.
he's giving an objective, hands down take.
Yeah,
This is nothing but a
I think
journalistic
that
take.
guy, when he came to Finland, I think he came like, I think he didn't have no like siblings or like older people than him, like siblings to him that are
Mm.
older than him, taking care of him. That's why he got started like wilding and all that stuff.
Mm.
And especially me, when I came to Finland, I saw this place like a like a whole futuristic place,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
or
obviously.
like new opportunities to do and all that stuff. Then I think like Milan Jeff had the same thought, like he just felt free and he can do like everything.
Mm, mm,
But the
mm,
same
mm,
laws are here too, like in every other country.
mm, mm.
That's why he started wilding and all that stuff. And at that time, all the in the internet, like if you do like still is the same. Like if you do pranks or all that stuff, you get more. The more silly you are in on the internet, the more views you get.
So the culture sort of encourages this sort of maniacal
Pranks,
behavior,
yeah,
right? That you try to garner as much views as you can through some questionable actions.
yeah. Just acting stupid, even though you might not be a stupid person, but
So a
just
lot of these
acting.
people are okay. Well,
They just do that stuff for. But it's for I don't know. I can for me I can rate you if you're doing like if you wanna have a name and you will do anything for it. That's very bad.
that's one thing that has
It's
always
very
sort
bad.
of bothered me is to what extent are people willing to go in order
The
to
name,
get the
yeah,
name recognized.
status and stuff.
They're practically forming a sort of they're making a Faustian deal. They are, in a sense, making a deal with their darker side, telling them that okay, I am going to bring you out. I'm going to manifest you as long as I can rise to the top.
Yeah,
But at what cost? Because it's also impacting the youth. It's also impacting young children, and
I think like
that's what concerns me the most.
conscious. They're like inner side does it. I just think if they do that stuff, they're not responsible enough or mature to know that stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at the end of the day, the more they grow, they're gonna like start thinking about it. But it's
Mm.
gonna be too late.
At that point, I
Yeah,
think
at
so.
that
Yeah.
point, and all this stuff is coming from again from America. In America, there
U.S.
you have to do anything to make money. So that's there is a different story. They have like more. How could I say? If they do that stuff there, it's nothing
It's a rigidly,
compared to here.
it's a
Yeah,
rigid and very competitive
yeah.
society.
Compared to in Europe, you don't need to do that stuff. In here, there's so much. You can get much more help. Like if you compare it to America.
That's one thing I never realized because a lot of these guys are very talented.
Yeah.
They're very, let's say, what you got to give credit when it's due. Rappers are you can say modern day poets because it takes a very sharp and articulative and cognitively
Mm.
cognitively powerful mind
Yeah.
in order to you know gather up words and make them flow really well.
But
Get
bro,
the rhyme and whatnot. But like, I've always wondered why they never used it to
in the
inspire
good
people.
stuff. That's what
Yeah,
I mean. That's why I've been thinking about why do people doesn't use their platform for good. But you're not gonna get streams or
Mm.
like views. That's it. If you speak the truth,
But
the neuroscientist guy. Do you know what happening to him?
Huberman.
They're putting lawsuits on him,
Oh yeah,
like
well,
sexual assault. Do you know like
oh, I don't think it was sexual assault, but yeah, I get what you
it's
mean.
all that
I
stuff?
think it
But
was
I don't think he did it.
infidelity.
Yeah, it's fake.
No,
Like I think like if you speak the truth on the internet and trying to help people, you're gonna get
cancelled.
yeah, not even cancer. You're gonna get crap on you, like
Yeah,
crap on
yeah.
top of crap on you, like for no reason. So I've realized let's say if you are an upcoming rapper and you want to rap about good stuff like encouraging stuff, gratefulness, or blessings, all that stuff, you're not gonna get views. It's
Mm.
gonna take you time to get views because people gonna see you
They want to
like,
build a brand.
yeah, you're not gonna be signed or get label or whatever,
Mm.
or you're not gonna get views. People gonna see you as like boring, or because people are scared of the truth, or like good stuff. Like the bad stuff is more attractive to people than good stuff.
Oh man, that's
That's
that's really
hatiyat.
sad.
That's
Yes,
hatiyat,
Hatiyat,
bro.
sin.
That's it's
It's
very bad,
haram.
bro. That's why I left. That's why I stopped listening to like American music. I went to Afrobeats, but I hope Afrobeats not doing the same thing
No,
because
I
it's
don't think
getting
so.
mainstream too
Right?
now.
No, it
But
is becoming mainstream, but in a good way. No, wouldn't you think?
yeah, but if they start like changing the lyrics are like more about uplifting stuff, like about life blessings and uplifting stuff,
Yeah,
encouraging. But now they're starting to put more about all this partying girls and all that stuff. Liquor,
fornication,
drunk, yeah, all let's get turned up.
lechery,
Yeah, like yes,
revelry,
material stuff, all that stuff.
materialism.
It's very bad. So I hope it's not like gonna affect Afrobeats too, because Afrobeats is still pure. It's the whole originality of Afrobeats is like pure.
How popular is Afrobeats here, actually?
In Finland,
Yeah,
now you can in this summer and last 2 years, last two
it's been blown
summers,
up.
it's
Or
been blown. You've been hearing like Amapiano and Afrobeat parties everywhere. There's one called Anomaly, yeah, in Kallio. They've been having like every Saturday.
they're event organizers, or
Yeah, they like have all this Afro. They have a DJ who plays Amapiano. They even get like people from UK to play stuff in the Anomaly.
okay.
Yeah,
They're okay.
it's very popular. Even I actually heard one person say like when they used to be young, they didn't have nothing like this, and they're like African background. So
Oh,
like the African culture is getting popping here, especially after Black Panther and stuff.
ah!
I don't know, especially after all this.
That is Costa with cross
Did you
arms, you
know
know.
they say "alelelele" in the Africa in
Yeah,
the
in the movie.
Black Panther? Yeah, in the when the Chadwick when
Okay, here's one thing that bothered me about. Okay, obviously it's since the movies are based on I think the creations of I think it was Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, right?
yeah.
The Marvel writers. Black Panther was the character
Mm.
of T'Challa was I
Yeah,
think
T'Challa.
conceived
T'Challa was the name. Yeah.
in the 60s, if I'm correct. In that period, absolutely, it was needed in order to bring to light because obviously the civil rights movement
Yeah, in America. Yeah.
where just came to the forefront in America. You know, the Civil Rights Acts were initiated. I think it was by President Lyndon B. Johnson,
Yeah.
and it was still the time for African Americans to make a mark and you know sort of alleviate the plight that they've had
Mm.
on themselves since the American Civil War.
Yeah.
In the cultural sphere, it was like that. The comic books they did their part. You know, they gave them a way to sort of shine because before that, let's say in the 1950s in America, like most Hollywood, mostly again, as you know, the white savior trope or
Yeah.
the cowboy John Wayne. It was always a white guy,
The blondie
you
guy
know, sort of like saving the damsel in distress and doing his thing. So Black Panther did
helps
its
them.
part to
Yeah.
help them, the African American community. What saddened me is that in the late 2010s when Black Panther came into the cinematic collective consciousness,
Mm.
it's it only it only appealed to the imaginative aspect of the African cultural genre
Yeah.
and not to what actually Africa as a
Represented.
whole can offer.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so many things. I hope people at least took something from it and maybe use that as a catalyst to go and explore the history of, let's say, the Ghana Empire
Yeah.
or the Kingdom of Benin and
Aka.
the Kingdom of the Congo and stuff like that. Or the
Mansa Musa
Abyssinian,
and all that
yeah,
stuff.
the big boys. But if people are going to sort of uh, s- you know sympathize just with with an imaginary comic book character and not actual historical figures, that made me feel a bit, sad, because there's so much rich history
Yeah,
within the continent.
like the way they do in Japan, they put like the
Shogun, for
historical
example,
guys, yeah,
recently the show, yeah.
and like how popular is Miyamoto Musashi? Like they put that guy on everywhere. If you watch actually Bucky, the animated show,
Mm,
the next series is about Miyamoto Musashi. They're gonna
really,
clone that guy and then make him face like original
this man
people.
is deep into anime, by the
Bro,
way.
anime is crazy. It's like put wise stuff plus like life lessons put together.
Really,
Yeah, it's like you know how deep Japan is like in philosophy.
yeah, yeah, of
So
course.
it's like anime is full of that. It depends what you watch though. Not all this fantasy or skiffy or all that stuff. I used to watch like let's say like martial art
Yeah, you're
background
deep
anime. Yeah.
into kung fu and
So they got like all that. They got all the philosophy and wise stuff and life lessons and like not giving up on and like keeping yourself up, not giving up. Yeah.
hey, like quickly, hey, very interesting viewer online, Anna B.
No
Thank
way.
you for the comment. Like I don't take too much time from the show to interact with the audience, but it's nice to see that some people are leaving comments on the show. Anna B just said this is a very interesting discussion.
No
Thank
way.
you.
For real.
Yeah, so just giving them a
Thank
shout
you.
out. To all listeners, thank you. Seriously, I take the time to usually, give my gratitude towards the end, but I want to take a quick break and say thank you to y'all. But yeah,
Yeah.
go on, my brother.
But yeah, about anime
Yeah,
stuff, every animated show is very spiritual. Yeah, but it depends again what you watch. Every time you have to, it's like you have to pick the book you need to read. Like you have to be aware of what you feed your brain. So that's why I'm very picky. These days I'm very picky of what I choose.
I know you're a big reader, but is there something specific that you're reading or listening as an audiobook to right now?
Now I'm reading one Eritrean book about like
Oh yeah, the one you sent me the picture
stories.
of.
Yeah, stories about like Eritrean war and against
Which wars
Ethiopia,
usually? Okay,
against Ethiopia, and then
the War of
after
Independence.
yeah,
Okay,
and they
yeah.
got like they're shouting out people that like help solve the war there because they don't get like much
Well, like
recognition.
international statesmen, diplomats, and stuff like that.
No,
Or
Eritrean soldiers.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay, okay,
and they
yeah.
actually named them in the book. So yeah, and it got
War
like all
heroes.
countryside stories in the book too. That's but
Well, yeah, like folk stories or
yeah, folk stories.
oh, that's nice.
But they come like at the end of the book because now I'm in the part like where they're talking about the war, the inside, like what actually happened there, and every situation
Yeah,
in every state.
it's a fascinating history.
Yeah,
It truly is.
but
But
yeah,
anything else that's preoccupying your peculiar mind as of late?
like in books,
No, no, just anything you've been thinking about deeply right now. What
deeply
concerns you?
about feel the world, bro. And like more people need to go back to nature. To me,
Is
like
it
you need more like
to tap into that primordial state of mind?
yeah. I used to be actually okay. If I can take, I've been thinking about like religious stuff lately. Religious stuff because back in the day I used to be I don't know the Catholic store background is not very like
No, no, no,
bright. It's not
no.
very
Why?
bright because all the Mika what is Ristiretki?
Crusades.
Yeah, crusades, all that stuff used to give me a bad taste about Catholic because I am a born Catholic, but then the more I grew up, the more I knew the history, and especially when I moved to Finland, and because I used to go to like religion classes,
Yeah.
then they used to tell us all of that stuff about Catholics. So
Oh, you mean in school when you had uskonnotunti? So
yeah,
where you
yeah,
studied
in
religions,
secondary
right?
and the first grade.
Yeah, but from
Yeah,
a secular perspective, obviously.
yeah. So,
So
but
you were taking a scholastic approach to it. So you
yeah,
were studying the events based on facts
yeah,
and the chronological order of things. Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
So they did shows like the good stuff, but the bad stuff also is like very. But it happened on every. The more I grew up, it
exactly,
happened on every country. Yeah, like
exactly.
religion war.
Throughout the history of
Yeah.
mankind, especially in the agricultural phase of mankind's history.
Mm.
So we're talking about for the past 8 to 10,000 years, when human beings decided to congregate and sort of,
Conquer and stuff.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
build civilizations. There always it came with a little attachment.
Yeah,
That was a bit dark.
yeah,
And sadly, obviously, the Crusades is one of those things because if you want something, you go for it. Like I'm right now just objectively stating the Catholic Church or the Church at that time wanted the so-called Holy Land,
mm,
and military means was the only way to take it, obviously.
yeah,
So, and again, no, I can't say, but like no organized religion is without blood on its hands.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. It's facts. Yeah, it's true. But after like to me, Christianity after Constanto, how do you say his name? Constantinople, the
uh,
Roman Caesar.
Constantine,
Nah,
Constantine the Great.
yeah, the one who allowed Christianity.
Yeah,
After
Constantine the Great.
yeah,
Yeah.
after him, after that, when Christianity went to
Well, he didn't. Yeah,
politics,
yeah.
it
He made
started.
it the state religion of the
Yeah,
Roman
it
Empire,
started after
315
that.
A.D.
I think he had some ideas, and he started the way he mixed religious and politics. It wasn't good.
No, actually, here's where I beg to differ. He is actually one of the most underrated Roman emperors in the terms of,
He was
at
good
least for
on.
Romans,
Yeah.
because at that time, this was during the crisis of the third century. Rome was in its
I
in its
forgot he was
pitfall.
Remo, bro.
Oh, wait! What do you mean by that,
You
brother?
know this.
No, you know what I'm saying.
But
Listen,
let's say,
you can't be
yeah.
dropping the names of the big boys,
Yeah,
without
I know,
expecting
I
that I'm
gotta
gonna.
be careful.
I'm gonna.
I gotta be careful.
No. Feel free,
But
speak
let's
out your
be
mind.
open, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, after that, but I don't want to start naming about race stuff too, because like about race stuff, because
No, but let's finish up
but
with the
to me-
Constantine, though. Okay,
yeah,
what were you
after
saying?
like when politics got mixed with religion,
Religion, yeah.
yeah, that's when everything got left.
It's all about
Like,
control,
went
though. Don't
left,
forget,
yeah.
because it was
Control.
easier for Constantine because Christianity was rising fast. It wasn't the only religion that was
It
from
was trending.
the Orient or the East that was rising at that period. For example, there was there was one religion that came out of Iran called Manichaeism
Yeah,
that followed the writings and the spiritual advices of the Prophet Mani.
yeah,
Mani, and it was actually competing for a period of time with Christianity, because Rome before Christianity, the Roman Empire was a very polytheistic society. So if you went to the province of Egypt, they had their local, very ancient gods like Ra, Horus,
yeah,
Amun, or if you went to Greece, they had their Zeus,
yeah.
Aphrodite, Diana. If you went to central Anatolia, you had Cybele, all
Yeah.
these goddesses. If you went to Rome, you had Jupiter, etc. So, but when Constantine came into the scene, he realized it's going to be much easier to
put
control,
people in
because the
same
majority
stuff,
of
yeah.
the majority of the population was converting really fast. Christianity, for one thing, when you got to give credit, is how fast it was to recruit new members. And he thought, hey, you know what? In order to maintain stability in the empire, it would be good right now to bring in this new branch
Religion.
within society into the fold. So yeah, like
Makes sense, yeah.
it's all about control in the
What do
end.
you think about, by the way, about the Islamic countries destroying their historical,
Which countries?
like Iran or Persia? They're destroying like they're actually going to the museums, destroying all their historical stuff because they don't want no their old religious historical stuff to
I
be
might need
seen.
some sources for this. Iran and Iraq, did you say?
No, Iran and Persia.
No,
But
Iran and Persia doesn't exist anymore.
My-
Iran. I mean, it's
I mean,
within
Iran,
Persia. Yeah.
Yeah, Iran. They're actually destroying, like going to museums and destroying every
I
all
don't know
religious
if that's
parts.
correct.
No,
I mean, there has been a specific period within
but in every
Iranian history, especially after the Iranian Revolution of 1979, where I think the Ayatollah at that period might have, due to the intense religious fervor that was going on, he might have wanted to erase certain bits of Iranian history that had to do with
different religions.
idolatry, because due to shirk
Yeah.
in the Quran. But I'm not sure, because right now I think Iran is, at least from what I understood, trying to maintain its Persian heritage. That's why.
But yeah,
Yeah, go on. Mhm.
but is it? But I don't think it's very right thing to do though, like to destroy historical.
Absolutely
stuff.
not, because
Just because it's
heritage.
different.
It's heritage.
Yeah, it's like destroying your identity.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah.
Like the one thing that's the like I think it was recently I read, due to the ongoing unfortunate conflict in Gaza.
Hmm.
Actually, we can call it as it is. A state that has the military and political power over a specific small group is also damaging that specific small group's cultural heritage. I think right now within Palestine, 200 over 200 UNESCO World Heritage sites have been destroyed,
Destroyed.
and they were talking about like churches that have been around since the 4th to 5th century.
Yeah.
We're talking about lots of mosques that have been there for time immemorial, to be honest.
Yeah.
And actually, Gaza has always been at the crossroads of empires, since it is right at
In
the
the
neck
middle.
between Western Asia and
Yeah.
Africa. Because if you think about it, the Sinai Peninsula is here, and then Palestine is there, and Gaza is right there on the
Center
coast.
point. Yeah.
Man, it's so rich in history, and all this ongoing merciless bombings there.
But do you
It's
think that's
causing a
the
lot of
reason?
problem. Hmm?
Do you think that's the reason they're
What do you
doing
mean?
all this stuff? Because it got so it's so rich in like historical
I
stuff.
mean, if you're going to subjugate a specific people,
Yeah.
one way to diminish their morale is by targeting things that are precious to them,
Yeah.
and yeah, but yeah, I mean,
It's very.
let's leave it at that. But what else when it comes to you mentioned race? Well, like I know you're tiptoeing around that, but like what about
That's a dangerous subject, bro.
nowadays, bruh?
Bro, you can't say shit. I'm a green person, bro. You can't say nothing, bro. But about race, how could I say? I think we're like you always say. We are one people. We are the same. We are like the same.
The human race,
Yeah, human race.
one
But
species.
one species. But I don't know. But like cultures and historical stuff, and languages makes it different. Make us different. Yeah, of course.
Geography.
And like the way, the place you surround yourself with. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we have to acknowledge like we are different than the other person.
Yeah, to a
Mentally,
degree, yes,
mentally,
absolutely.
mindsetly,
Yeah.
like living differently. But we should not like make it to the point like to think like he's not like the same species or the same person. He's biologically the same person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that person has, okay, this is a humanist take, but that person has as an equal inherent value as I do as an individual human being. Absolutely.
Yeah. I support African stuff and everything African.
Yeah, he's a Pan-Africanist. It's
I'm a well, I'm just with the world. Whatever the world puts, as long as it's good and got to do what, like you said, virtuous stuff, I'm with it. But because I'm seeing Africa is the one getting like because all of I think bro because all of this like nutrition is coming or the source is coming from Africa. It's the
absolutely,
target.
Africa is the
Target.
to a degree. Yeah, Africa
It's
has
like a
given
football
so much
field.
to the world.
Yeah, it's like a football field. Every country's coming to play there, like kicking the ball there. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, Africa is the football field,
like
right?
everybody's coming play there, but Africa cannot go play to other countries.
We are getting scattered.
You know?
We are
Like,
getting scattered
but
now.
that's why, for as long Africa's gonna start doing well, I'm gonna be Pan African. But I don't support everything that some black people pull. They start to push all this culture on every country. Like this guy is used to exist there.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit far-fetched.
Yeah.
Because anytime somebody comes and tells me that Beethoven was black, I'm just
curly
like, pause.
haired guy.
I'm gonna get out. Yeah.
4C hair. Like, do you know 4C? Like
Who?
4C hair type. It's like
Is it
like how
texture of the hair?
yeah,
or?
texture.
Okay,
Like,
so if the person has that, he's automatically
black
black.
people. Okay, if you are from Africa, you have a 4C, 4B, 4A texture.
Yeah.
Hair. It's like from curly hair to kinky.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the hair type. If you want to know, like every Egyptian, bro. By the way, in the mummies, they actually found kinky hair there. So
no,
used to be African people.
Absolutely. Who denied it?
But you
Never
used to say-
denied it. I never denied
But,
it.
okay, Egypt got ruled
Depends
by many
what-
people. by many.
I told you this plenty of times when we used to discuss offline. I don't deny that there have been.
You need facts.
That's
why-
I don't deny that there have been black pharaohs.
Yeah.
I deny that people think all pharaohs were
We're
black.
black.
You
Yeah,
understand?
it doesn't make sense. Yeah,
It,
yeah,
it makes no sense, contrary to all
yeah.
evidence that there
Every
is.
kingdom changed. Yeah,
And there was an interval period within ancient Egyptian history. I think it was during the, people can fact check me on this, during the 18th dynasty
yeah,
or maybe 19th dynasty, where the southern kingdom of Nubia
yeah, yeah.
invaded Upper Egypt, so the lowest cataracts of the River Nile, and they conquered actually Egypt,
Yeah.
and they ruled it for I think a couple hundred years
Do
actually.
you think like the original people are Sudanese people?
I mean, they were from Sudan. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Like
yeah.
there have been sub-Saharan pharaohs. I mean, the
Yeah.
kingdom of Meroe that contested the Roman Empire for the longest. When I think
They used to be good
the
arrow shooters. I
when
heard.
the Kandake, do you know the title of Kandake or
Kandake?
Candace? Then you know the name Candace,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It
maybe.
comes from the Meroitic or Nubian title of
Yeah.
Kandake, which means ruler, basically. She put up. When people tried to claim Cleopatra as
A black
being
person.
black,
Yeah.
even though evidence states that she had Iranian, primarily ancient Macedonian and Greek blood, and some Seleucid Syrian.
So Mediterranean
Yeah,
bloodline.
she Mediterranean mostly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't like that people have to, again, like we went to if we go back to the Black Panther subject, people gravitate towards some random person instead of actually bringing a true sub-Saharan African that had a
Made
great
some
impact in
stuff.
history.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for
But I think all this stuff is coming from American black people. African people doesn't say they know their
facts.
history already.
Seriously, no, seriously.
Black people, American black people are the ones who's pushing all this stuff.
That
If
they're the
you watch
black Israelites
yeah, when
and
I used to have like Instagram, I saw like many people black people from America talking about spirituality, but they mention some weird stuff, and they call themselves like woke, and then they say history stuff that didn't even happen.
For me, bro, it starts to push my buttons when they start saying that,
because
the Olmecs in Central America, that they were, sub-Saharan black, and that it was when the Spanish conquistadors, when they came, they erased it because they felt threatened to their identity. I'm like, bro, like, come on, like, it's also incentivizing a form of historical revisionism to the natives and the indigenous peoples of Central America. And that's not nice, because let them also have the
Their
opportunity
history
to
part,
shine, and their
yeah.
culture, and to bring into the world.
Yeah.
Because you look at like some Mayan native. Imagine this from the perspective of a Mayan native in the province of Yucatan in Mexico, or
Yeah.
something, in the state of Yucatan actually. He hears this, that some dude online who claims to be a black Israelite is saying that the Mayans ancestors were black. And then he's like, pause, like, bro, you're taking my history, you know?
And claiming
So
it.
yeah, you're claiming it for
spreading
yourself.
false information. It's very, bro. I agree with that. Spreading false information is bad.
Fake news nowadays, bro.
The first time I saw it was from my dad's side's cousin.
Wait.
Like, bro, he was woke, but in like crazy stuff, in like rainbow stuff. Like he started saying some stuff that didn't even make sense. Like how this guy used to exist in that culture. How did he travel there? Like, it didn't make sense, bro. Like you can't claim this. You can't claim and the way they mix like Maroons with their history, like because the Maroons.
Like in the Caribbean,
yeah,
runaway slaves, right?
yeah, runaway stuff, or the Black Arabians, the Maroons.
Yeah.
They used to sell slaves too, but they always like put that information aside and start saying like, yeah, the Maroons they
were
like
just fighting for their
Islamic,
freedom. Yeah,
so they existed because they used to move around Europe and from Morocco to
wait. Oh,
to
Moors.
Spain.
You're talking about Moors. Okay, not
I said
Maroons.
Maroons.
Yeah,
There's
it's fine. It
My
sounds
bad,
quite similar. Yeah.
Sorry, not false
What about the Moors?
information.
Yeah,
But the Moors, because they used to move around.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
then they used that as like as a source to put them like to mix them with royalties, like Spanish royalties, and they say like start saying stuff like this. The at some point like the Spanish royalty got married with a kinky haired maroon servant, and then the bloodline got mixed, and so at some point we have blackness in there. Like, do you know what
again?
I mean?
People. No one is denying that during the Spanish Reconquista period, that
Moors
somebody
didn't care,
that there were Moors in the Iberian Peninsula. yes, a lot of them mixed with the Visigothic or Swabian
or the
descendants, or
Berbera
the,
too.
yeah, the
The
Berbers
Berber,
were there and
yeah,
everything. But to claim that the Spanish royal family is primarily descended from some
don't make sense. Yeah,
African, from some African dynasty, it's a bit far fetched, and it's also
yeah, it's
silly.
too much. Yeah,
You know,
it's
it looks
forcing it.
desperate,
Yeah, you're just trying to make them the main character in a different movie. Yeah,
but it's also a form of African supremacy. You
yeah,
know, if you don't like white supremacy,
you don't need to
you
do the
don't
same
have to also
stuff.
be a black
Yeah,
supremacist. You know?
just be one with the world. Like push your history, but don't try to push the other person's history away.
Yes. Thank
Yeah,
you, my man.
I got you, bro.
You-
We are the same mind at the end, but bro, I don't like false information too. That's one thing I like you to. You speak the truth. That's
we got actually
our
next
family
time
speaks
we
always the
got we
truth.
pardon
Our family always speaks the truth. That's why I like it.
when it's
Always
convenient for us.
when it's good, when it feels right.
Yeah.
If it's God's will, yeah.
Yes.
They put that stuff,
Inshallah,
yeah.
inshallah, my brother. No, but look, we're coming to a conclusion of our episode. So again, teed up, personal thank you. I
Thank you
really
too,
appreciate that
Remo.
you pulled through, because I feel like, again, I'm gonna have you more regularly now, as we agreed,
Thank you.
because I feel like we need the local correspondent on the ground to let us know of the current developments and whatnot,
Yeah.
but also to get down into brass tacks of global things that interest us.
Yeah.
So appreciate it. Once again, the big man Joe, my patron, the one who makes all things possible, the agent of the Most High. I really appreciate it for you providing all that is necessary for us to take the message to the people. I thank the audience for pulling through. Appreciate it very much.
Yes.
And yeah, we'll be back sometime soon. So until then, people, peace up.
Peace up.
Actually, is there anything you want to tell the audience?
Just be grateful every day and be good and do good, and you're gonna become good at some point. Just be, do, and then you will become good. That's keep that in mind, and just do virtuous stuff like always, and check your character every day. Nothing else.
And this guy does
Next
actually a
time,
form of tour. You're also a part-time tour guide at times, right?
yeah,
Yeah. You
yeah.
show people around. I've
Show
seen it
hell,
plenty of
yeah,
times when I've met exchange students,
yeah.
and I introduced them to you. You showed them around, and they were quite satisfied with your services. Can people reach you through Snapchat?
No, only WhatsApp and Telegram. I quit all this social media stuff, but yeah, Telegram and WhatsApp.
What's your username on Telegram if they want to reach you?
Telegram is TeedUp always. Yeah.
Okay, TeedUp. How do you spell
TeedUp.
it?
TeeDu up.
All right. You can work out a deal if you're coming to Finland and you wanna. You need a personal tour guide to show you around where and make the exploratory experience, very funky with a little bit of with a sprinkle of youthful fun. This is the guy. I truly appreciated that you came through, and I'll have you again, my brother.
Oh, thank you. Next, we should probably talk about like manhoodness and stuff like that.
Oh, we
Yeah,
definitely we gotta address the saint of some people. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Saint Tate.
Keep it solid always.
All right, bless up, everybody.
Bless up.
You're really gonna freeze on me right now, aren't you? Sheesh.
Oh, he's not quitting.
That is the worst part about being a live streamer.